do some dueling Viking mock drafts.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and it's time to go toe-to-toe, Peter to Peter.
Peter to Peter, bare knuckle box. Maybe we'll just box with our nuts. We don't give a shit. It's time for some dueling mocks. The draft's almost here. So let's see it. This is going to be the final one. And pick what you like better in the comments. We had one caveat in this thing. One of us had to trade the first pick. I think Onebar got the trade package. So that's the big difference in these two. You had to trade at least the first pick on one of these. So there's going to be some different picks as we go through this thing. But before we get into this, subscribe, like, and comment on all the vids.
Yes, and also just to be clear, you get one go at this. It's not like we sat there and redid our mock drafts like 4 times. It's you do it one time, and however it comes out, that's the one. Let us know in the comments which one you prefer, and I might not even prefer my own. We'll see.
I might not prefer my own either.
All right, we're going to start with Lupagus and Whammo.
Yeah, so I had to stay put at 23, and I couldn't believe it. Joey Porter Jr. was sitting there. To me, that would be a home run pick. I think it's one of our 2 ultimate dream scenarios if he actually falls to 23 and we pull the trigger. Joey Porter Jr., the long-armed corner to lock it down from Minnesota. And then another guy I'm absolutely enamored with, Keanu Benton, was there at pick 87. He's big. He can plug lanes, but he can also use that power to push the pocket, create some interior pressure. If we get Keanu Benton at 87, I would shit my pants.
And we used PFN Simulator, just to be clear.
We did. And the Giants offered me a trade to move down just a couple spots, but I really wanted Keanu Benton, so I stayed pat and I took him. And then I'm sitting there around 4. Jonathan Mingo was on the board. Couldn't believe it. He seems to be a high riser as we get closer to the draft. Sniped him up there. I did take a little bit of a trade back here in round 5, whatever the hell that is. DTR got him a few picks later. Love the value there with DTR. They're right in the middle of the draft. Then sitting there at 211, Cam Jones was still there. Needed a linebacker. Not a bad value there. And then I got 213 in my trade down. Got myself that big LSU guard that we talked about in our 4th round video. In round 7, Anthony Bradford was sitting there looking me right in the face.
Yeah, you got some steals. You got some steals, no doubt about it, starting off with Mr. Porter right out of the gates. Yeah, I mean, and one thing, just to be clear, anybody watching, if at any point Lupagus and I don't have a quarterback and we're in round 5 or so and DTR's there, we're going to take him.
Yeah,
given these days. But Mingo, everybody, Benton, you seem to like him a lot more. I think he's going to be good. He's just a little more vanilla for me. But you can't argue with this mock one damn bit. And if you are, you're angry. You're angry at stuff. Well,
and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I've done, probably close to 400 mocks here since January, and this is one of my favorite ones I've ever done. I couldn't believe it.
I think Lupagus might have cheated.
I didn't.
But all right, soak it in. We'll show it one more time. We're going to go to mine. And again, I got a trade here. So the trade, basically, before I put mine up here, was I ended up getting a second. All right, screw it. I'm just going to put it up. We got Derek Brown from the Panthers. And to get him, I went back to 39. I also got a 3rd and I got a 5th, and we gave up obviously 23rd pick and a 4th rounder. So Derek Brown comes in. I mean, you look at the defensive tackles. When I'm looking at the trades, I had a bunch to choose from. Not all of them had players. I'm like, Cansey was gone. Brissy was there. I think, yeah, and he was obviously the best one there. So I'm like, do I wait until round 3 to get a defensive tackle, or do I just get an absolute stud and put him there and still only pick 13 picks later? I want Derek Brown, not even close. Pulled the trigger. And then Zay Flowers falls in my lap. I wanted to go corner, but Zay Flowers had no right being there at 39. We all know what Zay Flowers brings to the table. Round 3, Deion Henley. I'm falling madly in love with this guy. This guy is a linebacker 1 on a lot of boards, and it's all about his athleticism. The dude is a freak. Used to be a wide receiver, and he's going to be fantastic. Every down linebacker, ripped, explosive. Blue Kelly, wish I could have got him maybe a better corner, but there was pretty pick clean. But I knew regardless I was going to double dip. I was going to double dip the next pick, and it was Gardner was the best one there. And Gardner's size is big. We needed that big corner, and I went with him. Great tackler, smart, big hitter, depth piece. Do I imagine him playing a ton as a rookie? Absolutely not. DTR, obviously, like I said, if he's there, we're taking him. And then I got Carl, Mr. Brooks, to round out the draft. Total boomer bust guy. He's been productive. Where are you going to play him? What are they going to do with him? I'm putting it in Brian Flores' hands to make him magical. So defense with Zay Flowers sprinkled in, and Derek Brown still only 25 years old.
Yeah, no, this is pretty damn good too. So I really like a lot of your picks. PFN, they've had Zay Flowers at 39 forever. I'm surprised they haven't updated that. Honest to God, these receivers could come out the board in any order. If he was the first one, it wouldn't overly shock me. A lot of teams really like his versatility and explosion. Him at 39 is insane. Derek Brown, especially looking at if it's a Brian Bresee or a Mozzie Smith, you go with the veteran there. He said he's only 25 years old. 100% on board with Deion Henley. I love that guy. He's so versatile. So many things you can do with him. Getting him at 87 is huge. And Caillou Bukele, you weren't very high on him, but I love Caillou Bukele. He's long, rangy, long arms. Mekhi Garner, I mean, I love his physicality. I love his size, but he's really not very good at covering people. That's kind of his downside, but he definitely got to come up and smack you in the face. DTR. And then Carl Brooks at 211 is insane. I don't know where he's going to go. I've seen him go as early as round 3. And then, other simulators have him there in round 7. So, as good as mine was, you came back and counter served. So it's going to be up to the people.
Yeah, let's see comments. The one thing that I knew I had to trade out at 23 regardless.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, like, Porter wasn't there. I mean, it's not like I was doing it. I'm like, son of a. I think Quentin Johnston was one of the top ones there at that point. But got some picks. I agree on Gardner. I'm not that big on him, but his size and his ability to smack around people. But let's pull up Lupagus one more time so you can see that. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Put in the comments. What do you prefer? What do you hate?
These are both damn good. I'd be very happy if either one of these actually came into fruition, this time next week.
And that's your dueling mocks. We should start getting little keyboards here and playing music.
I can play a couple songs, not very well. I got a bad finger. I took piano lessons. Remember this? Back in 1981, Johnny Cash was attacked and nearly killed by his pet ostrich.